Whew, it's cold. Good morning. First things first, I want to give this brother a shout out. It's called, his YouTube is called What Happened to Common Sense. Let's give this brother a round of applause. All right. Yesterday, I watched his video. Let's listen to some audio.
So currently, there's a lot of controversy going on between Brother Polight and Young Pharaoh. And rather than getting into the back and forth and the gossip, I like to use this as an opportunity to put you onto game, share a different perspective with you, and go into how, number one, Young Pharaoh is flat out lying.
All right. The brother said, I'm going to put you on the game. Now, what he's going to refer to is, let's listen.
Number two, how Brother Polight is using the 48 laws of power and how you can use them as well, and why you should get this book.
He's not the only one that's using the 48 laws of power. The whole House of Consciousness is using the 48 laws of power. Number one, correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of those brothers have went to jail, went to prison, and I know I'm going to get some ridicule and backlash for saying that, but when you're in the cage and they give you some downtime, that is 9 times out of 10% of the time is where we get enlightened. Now, Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power, every black person needs to read that because it's going to teach you how to move. My older homeboy introduced me to the book 3 months ago, and it's perfect for the workplace arena because I was catching hell in the workplace arena because I was too honest, right? I was too honest, and I didn't know how to really move. I realized that I was the target, right? I was the elephant in the room. I was the sucker. See, in this game of life, you have to understand that everybody's going to have to play. And the people that say that they don't play are the best courtiers at the game, right? What that means is they're playing the game to the fullest, right? They're being nor in or out, right? They try to stay neutral. But the people that stay neutral are the people that's using the game to their best ability. Let's give this brother a shout out, right? This was awesome. Do you remember Minister Iki on Doggy Diamonds? Now, since I've been reading and absorbing the audiobooks because I like the audiobooks instead of me listening to some rap, I could put that audiobook in and I could knock it out. It was about 10 hours. So it really changed my perception on you getting got, right? If you're tired of getting got and you want to understand why, then you need to check out Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power, right? Some laws are simple common sense, and some laws gravitate to street politics. That's why you see a lot of these charlatans out here, a lot of these black conscious community charlatans get some knowledge, try to give it back to you, but in return get $1 out of you while you're bullshitting, right? Trust me, it's prevalent in the black conscious community, right? In the ways of the charlatan. But the charlatan has to be careful because once they find out, once you get exposed, charlatan, it's going to be Marie Antoinette off with your head. But in the quest of money and power, they are not giving a shit about how much money they stole from your grandpa, grandma, your inheritance. They're living their best lives off of your tragedy. They feel that everybody else is getting over on you and you ain't doing shit about it. So I'm going to do the same thing to you, brother and sister, because you ain't going to do shit about it. The 48 laws teaches you about human nature. Once I divulged in the 48 laws of power 3.5 months ago, I had a problem with honesty. Like, we're supposed to have some camaraderie amongst ourselves. But you have to put everybody under scrutiny. Everyone must be judged, right? Everyone must be judged. You have to put everybody through that scrutiny of being a sucker, because they will play you. They will play you, right? And we see a lot of that in the Black conscious community. I seen and heard Inky reference this. Move like a friend, but pose as a spy. Once he said he was reading the 48 Laws of Power, that probably flew over your heads if you ain't never read it. Again, it's on YouTube for the frizzle. It's 10 hours long, the audio book, but trust me, family, get past the preface. Once you get past the preface, you're going to realize that, hey, some motherfucker up here, they doing this shit to me. You'll realize what's happening to you in life and in the workplace, right? But you will see it over here on YouTube. The holistic charlatan, right? In the 48 Laws of Power, whatever glitters isn't gold. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Simple science. And you gonna be mad as a motherfucker after you done divulge your time, money, energy into this charlatan, and they're living their best life while you still eating top ramens and soy sauce. All right? You will see the laws implemented. The 27th law, the charlatan, right? Nature Boy, Brother Polite, Dr. Sebi. I'm just, Black family, you got to look at it. I mean, you have to critique and judge everybody, even myself. Myself is not under the radar or unsubjectable to the scrutiny. Even myself, you have to judge everybody. Let me break something down to y'all with Brother Polite. Brother Polite is using the laws. You know why? Because he's not saying, that ain't me. When this brother broke this stuff down, I laughed because Brother Polite said, you can take me to court all you want to. That ain't me. That's not going to stick, right? That's not going to stick, right? He's knowing he's moving with these aliases. And he would use Amunet as a cat paw. What's a cat paw? Let me break it down to you, right? He uses Amunet to go out there and get. A cat paw will reach out the cage and get stuff. He'll have her do the dirty work, right? And when you try to get at Brother Polite, he uses them women to get at you. A cat will scratch your ass the fuck up, right? Right? And the cat, the feline, is so inconspicuous, right, that she can move around and nobody knows what she's doing, right? Now, Brother Polite used people as scapegoats too. Minister Inky to take the downfall, right? right? Even Sarnetta, right? Sarnetta know that he's using the people. He's being vampiristic on the people, right? Because Sarnetta saying, I'm not doing it, but you know that Brother Polite is doing it. And when y'all was making money, that's how you was making money. That's how you was making the big money, right? Big money, right? You ask your followers, it's the ways of the charlatan. You would ask your followers for donations. Give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that, right? And then you living your best life, right? Right? But at what cost, right? You have to learn from the 48 Laws of Power teaches you events in history to learn from them, right? I'll give you an example. Who was the sculptor? I think it was Michelangelo, right? He's a sculptor. And somebody was critiquing him about this. And you get this a lot in real life. He made this statue for the king, and a dude said, no, you know what? I don't like the way it looked, right? So he didn't want to like just fuck up the whole statue, right? Just because this one person, right, didn't approve of how it looked, right? So what he did was take some of the marble dust, right, and act like he was chiseling it to make it better, blew the dust, right, and said, how does it look now? Now, he didn't do shit to the sculpture, but now the guy is saying, oh, it's perfect. See, it shows you about perception, right, with people, how to pull wool over people's eyes, right? It also teaches you how to move, who to fuck with and who not to fuck with, right? Now, people gonna be some victims. You're gonna have some suckers and you're gonna have some victims. Now, the thing with the 48 laws is, are you gonna be the sucker or the victim, right? When you playing the game for power, you can't blunder with power, right? It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. Brother Polite got this shit stretched out, mapped out. But Pharaoh with the shit too. Pharaoh with the shit. Pharaoh, both of them. In the ways of the courtier, right? To stay in between, you look at the charlatans, put it on each other, right? Set up this WWE wrestling match. I fell a victim of it. It's entertaining. We both know both of these motherfuckers with the shits, right? It's a USA versus Russia. It's a Lakers versus Celtics, right? And get you in the mix. But see, what you fail to realize is the person who pulling the strings has the real motherfucking power. Polite uses the 48 laws. Sometimes you have to play dumb. Yes, trust me. I've been using it at the workplace. I was catching hell, right? You gotta play dumb, right? You gotta use selective responses, selective honesty, right? Right? It's a system, and he's using it. Both of them on using it on y'all, right? Think about it, back family. Shouts out to the brother that made this video.
Also talk to you about why I constantly talk about investing in gold and silver, and why crypto is also important as far as protecting your assets in times like this when someone's trying to come after you. So let's get to how young Pharaoh lied. Let's play this clip real quick.
I was awarded this amount. I'm not going to be specific about the amount, but I was awarded this amount.
You can go live, DM me on Instagram live in front of everybody. You do not have to show the details. All you have to do is let it be known that it's you. Show people the fake page that you just created to DM me from. And nigga, I will DM your ass the next court date, nigga.
So I've been locked in a court battle, all of these years, okay? And I finally won.
Since you talk about I'm lying, nigga, you know I'm suing you. Why are you lying, trying to cover a public image?
Now see, the way Brother Polite moves, it's like, who are you suing? He got so many damn aliases and shit. It's like, you ever seen in the movies when they try to scramble a signal and the signal would be in LA, Vegas, Tokyo, Chernobyl, you know, it can't pinpoint where the person is at. This how Brother Polite moves. Brother Polite is really trying to pull away from the Matrix, right? Ingenious, fucking genius, right? And y'all don't realize what these charlatans is doing to you, right? But they're getting your money. They're getting your money. Notice when Brother Polite, somebody called in, they said, they had a little situation with some money or something. And Brother Polite said, okay, I don't do that no more. You need to holler at such and such and such. Reason he said that, so when the feds come, he's like, I don't do that. That ain't me. Man, when you read the 48 laws or you take in the audiobook, this con artist, it's about con artists. Straight up, it's about con artists. This con artist set it up a fight, right? to make money off this dude because he knew he was greedy, right? So he set the greedy dude up to make some money, right, in this boxing match because they had an old boxer that was going to, win the title, right? Some Diggstown type shit. But in actuality, man, the boxer got knocked out. So the boxer got knocked out to the point where he looked like he died. So the person that was making the bet, the greedy dude, he didn't want no parts of that because here come the police. I don't want no parts of that, right? You know what I'm saying? So he forgot all about the money. He just let the money that was in the box, that they made on both ends. He just said, I'm going to shake because of the urgency of getting the hell up out of there, right? In actuality, that was all a fucking stunt. The boxer was in on it. When the boxer got hit, he had pig's blood and hot water in his mouth to make it, he put the extras on it. They was already paid on the back end. They were shaking each other's hand like, good job, good show. They gaffled that dude up with over $250,000, split it up amongst themselves. It makes you think of how the travelers circus, the snake oil salesman will come to town and rape a motherfucking city. Rape a fucking city and go to the next one with the parlor tricks. That's what you're seeing in the Black conscious community. Shouts out to that brother, man. Shouts out to the brother, what happened to common sense. Because I've been using the 40, I've been catching hell, because people will think you stupid, right? But you have to understand this, in the workplace arena, you can't go into that motherfucker being nice. You have to be vicious. People are getting hired and fired, right? People could be going the next day. So when they're doing dirt, they're going to put it on you. Have you ever realized while you go to work and you in so much damn trouble, that means a courtier is framing you. It's framing you. And you need to identify that motherfucker and deal with it, right? You need to deal with it. One of my problems was when you beef with somebody, right? You gotta crush your enemies totally. If you don't, they're gonna sprout up. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna sprout up and be a problem. But here's something that Brother Polite, Young Pharaoh saw all them niggas do, right? All them niggas do, right? Check it out, what I'm about to say. Quote me out of the 48 laws, right? Friendship is detrimental to business. It's best to use an enemy, right? To do your dirty work. That enemy will be more loyal. Look at Sarnetta and Brother Polite. They former enemies, but they work together. They're more loyal than any friendship now that they was enemies, because a former enemy got something to prove, right? So, right? And what fucked me up about the 48 laws is, it said if you ain't got no enemies, you better make you some. So that's what you see on YouTube. A lot of beefs, made up, propaganda, right? Reputation is everything, right? If you got a reputation for doing bad business, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb, right? Reputation is everything. I'm just skimming over some of the stuff that I know mentally, and I'll bring my older homeboy who introduced me to the 40. Man, I was going through so much stuff at the workplace, and I couldn't understand. Man, the first weekend when I started implementing the laws and shit, oh man, I used to go home pissed off. I used to go home mad, pissed off, angry, the whole thing. Now I make sure my employees go home pissed off and angry, because they with the shits. They with the fuckery. And I want you to understand this before I close. It's in a person's human nature, right, to not keep it real, to not keep it 100. And you need to understand that from jump. Once a person is not keeping it real, not keeping it 100, they are playing the game. And when they play the game, you gotta play it too and shit. All right? Shouts out to What happened to common sense? That was an excellent, let's get, I know, brothers and sisters, we have trouble with reading, but you could get the audio book, put that rap down. I used to listen to it before and after work. The preface is going to be talking about you, right? It's going to be talking about you and how you deal and handle situations. Now, if you're a business person, this is the foundation of business. of business. It's nothing personal. But when you're in the quest for power, you have to know how to move. All right. I know that was 20 minutes. Robert Greene's audiobook is on YouTube. I mean, just listen to it, because that will save you a whole lot of time, effort, and money dealing with these charlatans on YouTube, especially ladies. Y'all just give money out to your preacher. Your preacher's a charlatan. he's a charlatan. He's playing into human nature of a need of having an external source, or something. This is psychology. It's mind games. It's intellectual warfare. I mean, I use it. I've been using it. Oh, I use it so fucking much, I got promoted. In the ways of a good courtier, I got promoted. Right? I got promoted. I used to go in being honest, Abe. Hell, fuck no. I set up booby traps and shit. I let them shits blow the fuck up. When management around, I make you have a bad day. You fucking crossing me and shit, right? right? You trying to fuck my shit up? I'm gonna fuck your shit the fuck up, right? And it's a constant battle. At the workplace right now, I ain't even there. I'm on vacation. And I got one, boy, she be trying to make up so much shit because she covering up her shit, right? And I know she racist. I know she don't like black people. And it came out of her mouth. So, we got an issue. It's not just on the blackness. It's just, you ain't gonna treat me like that. And I set fire to her like Joan of Arc all the goddamn time, right? And you gotta play dumb. Yes, a boss. Yeah, you gotta know when to play dumb, when to play stupid, right? You gotta, in between two battlefields, two wars is the safest place, right? Because you know what's going on. It's a quote from Jizza. You gotta watch your back and watch your front, because it's the niggas who front that be pulling stunts. Right? They made a reference to a Greek god that could see in front of him and had eyes in the back. And what that means is that you can see the past, right? Reflect on the past, and you can also see the future. I'm very good at chess. So each move in life, it has to be premeditated, right? And the outcome has to be displayed, right? Before the choice is made, right? You got to think shit out before you do it, right? If you ever did something, stop holding on shit that you done did in the past, right? But you need to use them fuck ups, them errors. Never, ever, ever do them again. You had a woman that played you, right? You never let that happen again. A person that played you, never let that happen again, because it's going to happen again. And when it happens, you should be able to read that right then and there and put an end to it, right? I know I was babbling and stuff, but the 48 Laws is a excellent, man. And man, I got promoted. You know what it made me think? It made me think of Vampire for Brooklyn. Evil is good. What you've been taught is the total opposite when it comes down to fucking business. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. I gotta go. All right? Y'all have a good one. Look, black family. If you can't read, you on Mayweather status with the reading. The audio book, just soak it in. A lot of us, we go to our jobs, right? We're playing the rap, we're playing the R&B. Put that shit to the side. Throw in the audio book. It's for free on YouTube, Robert Greene, and soak up that information. That information was priceless because we are already using some of the laws, right? But it's the other laws when you take it in and the examples from history, right? The 48 will give you like a outline. It'll tell you what the law is, how the law was used, how the law was used in history with an example. So it's giving you a preface of what to do and what not to do. From these mistakes of other people, don't make these mistakes, right? Judge everybody. Judge everybody. Judge everybody through the same scrutiny, right? Even the people that say they're not playing the game, right? They're playing the game. Once you read this book, once somebody starts that shit with you, how do you know when you got fired, when you get fired, they smile at you, they shake your hand, they give you a good gesture, right? Right? Backstabbing is A-okay when you do it. You gotta conceal your iron hand into a velvet glove and give them service with a smile. You remember when you got fired and shit, they fired you, they smiled at you, shook your hand, told you to get the fuck on, right? I'm trying to tell you, I used to hate smiling. The smile is worse than sticking your middle finger up to a person. If I smile at you, oh, it's coming. Best believe it's coming, and it's gonna be dirty. It's gonna be so dirty, you gonna swear it's me, but you ain't gonna be able to prove it because the laws teach you when you doing these operations, you gotta be squeaky clean. You have to put Palmolive on them dishes and be squeaky fucking clean. The 48 laws of power. We ain't gonna blunder with the power, right? We gonna use it to the fullest. All right? Link will be in the description box. Y'all have a good one and shit. Shouts out to What Happened to Common Sense. Good read, brother. Good read. I want to give a shout out to Terrence Thomas, who introduced me to the 48 laws. All you niggas that done went to jail, had sit down, they sat you down. You know you read that shit because you could tell. You could straight fucking tell. After you read that book, you will say, okay, well, you know, there's suckers, victims out here, and that's you. That's the conscious people. That's you. That's you getting these holistic herbs and shit that don't work and shit. That's you. That's you. They running mind game. They got mind control over you, Smokey, right? They are using the same model as the church is using the same model on you. They know that you ain't gonna do shit about it, right? They know that you gonna be sheeple and follow with the program, and they gonna live their best life off of you. We gotta smarten up, Nas. All right? I'm gonna come back on here and drop some more knowledge about the 48 laws of power. But if you in the workplace arena, I've been in management for almost like 15 years, right? And it's cold-blooded. It's cold-blooded. It's cold-blooded, right? It works well for the corporate world. But outside of that, you will see people, your family, friends, lovers. It'll teach you how to move. I give you an example before I go about women. When women have power and when you have power and you don't make people around you feel good, accepted. Marie Antoinette, she was like that. She was a very cruel queen. She didn't give a shit. She spent money on lavish. The country damn near went broke. She buy lavish shit. She had lavish gardens and shit. All her courtiers was telling her, hey, you're doing a little too much. So what happens when you do too much? A rebellion will rise up and they will cut your head off. So you have to be careful when you're playing with people because the backlash could be your downfall and your death. We playing mind games. We playing power games, mind games. I see Trump reference